What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. And guys, I am here at a Peddlers mall, a new location. I've been to a couple of Peddlers malls in the past few weeks, but this is a brand new location that I haven't been to in almost 4 years, I think. I remember this is the location that I found Don't Look Now, the Criterion edition, and I also found Bottle Rocket. I found both of those Criterions for $1. Will I find more Criterions today for $1? We'll have to find out. But yeah, I remember this place having a lot of spots, a lot of pockets for physical media. So we're going to go in there. We're going to check it out. I like doing the thrifting videos, guys. I'm trying to get back out there. There's more to going and doing out and about videos and browsing for in-store media than Best Buy. And I'm trying to get out there. I like doing these videos. So even though Best Buy's gone, I still want to do them. So yeah, we're going to thrift today. I might go to the Game Exchange, which also has movies. I might check out some games as well. But let's start here. Peddlers Mall. Hopefully they got some good stuff, but let's go in there, see what they got for us. All right, so I got quite a bit in the Peddlers Mall, and I was in there for quite some time. So I'm probably not going to go to the game exchange, but what I am going to do is just go home, and then we'll sit down at the filming table, and I'll show you all this stuff up because I got a lot. I got a lot of stuff. I got I don't know, something like 10 DVDs, multiple VHS tapes, lots of stuff to show off. So let's do it. All right, guys. So I am back at the house, back in the movie room, and excuse the mess behind me, guys. I'm still in the process of reorganizing, so I've removed like a lot of Blu-rays from the middle. Got some steel books on the floor, but things are coming along. Things are coming along down here, but I got so much, guys. I just didn't want to do this in the car. It just gets hard with me holding the phone and stuff. So I just decided to bring all this stuff home because I got quite a bit. Let me count real quick how much I got. I think I got 12 DVDs and I've got 5 VHS tapes. I didn't get any Blu-rays. There was a part, I don't think I filmed it because I didn't film everything, guys. There was a lot of pockets of physical media like all over that place. I was in there for, I think, a little bit over an hour, which is way longer than I wanted to be. But there was a section that had at least like 10 or 12 Blu-rays, and they were pretty good ones too. And they were $1. Like they had Twister, they had Pulp Fiction, It's a Wonderful Life, the Blu-ray version with the nice slipcover, like that was just $1. So there was some good stuff, but a lot of the Blu-rays I found were just super common and stuff that most of the time, most of the ones that I saw, I already have in the collection. So let me not waste any more time, guys. Let's get into it. Let's start with He Got Game. And all the DVDs I got except for one was $1. And that's usually my rule. I don't want to pay over $1 for a DVD. But I will make an exception sometimes. And I did get one for $2. But I got He Got Game. I was actually surprised to see that this one does not have a Blu-ray because I almost held off because I have a lot of Spike Lee films on Blu-ray from Kino Lorber. But this is a Spike Lee film. I think this is the one that he did after Do the Right Thing. Or maybe it was like right before Do the Right Thing. I'm trying to see. Maybe this is from 1988. I believe Do the Right Thing is 1989. But it does say Glory, Best Supporting Actor, 1989. So maybe this was back in 1988 that he did He Got Game. So, and then School Days, I think, was before both of them. But again, I could be wrong. This is a Spike Lee film. Does not have a Blu-ray, at least in the U.S. from what I saw. I just quickly look on Blu-ray.com usually to see if it has a Blu-ray. Maybe it has one in Australia or maybe it has one in the U.K. I don't know. Germany. But it doesn't have one in the U.S., so I went ahead and bought this one. And it's $1, guys. And I do want to watch this movie. At one point, because I've seen quite a bit of Spike Lee's filmography, I do just want to go back to from the beginning and just watch all of his films because I do like him as a director quite a bit. And this one's also got Denzel Washington, and he's it looks like he's a basketball player. I'm sure this is a pretty good movie. Have you all seen He Got Game? But got the DVD version. You got a card inside. I checked the disc to see if it was good, and it was good. So I got that, and that's the widescreen version. Pretty good condition, too, for the cases. And then we got, what did I get? What is this? A Christmas Carol. I got A Christmas Carol right here. This is from 1938. And I remember this past Christmas, I was trying to watch some classic Christmas movies. And I was looking up the Christmas Carol movies, and there weren't a ton of them available on streaming. And then I was looking at Blu-ray versions. And the Blu-ray, some of them, a lot of them were out of print, or they didn't even have Blu-ray versions. So I went ahead and grabbed this one. I don't know if this is the best interpretation of A Christmas Carol. I think the 50s one is the one that everybody kind of reveres. But I do want to own like all the Christmas carols at some point in the collection. And if DVD's the best this one's going to get, maybe it has a Blu-ray. I didn't even look. Then I'm just happy to own this one on DVD. But anyway, on the back, like it was in color, and it does say black and white down here. So maybe they were just showing images in color, but the movie's actually in black and white. Let me know in the comment section below. But I got the 1938 Christmas Carol. I also got this movie. Now, some of these do have Blu-rays, but I was just I was looking into it, and it depends on the type of movie. And the Blu-ray was like $15, $20. And I'm like, I can just get this movie for $1, and it looks interesting. And I've watched a few DVDs in here since I started buying more DVDs at the thrifting spots. And honestly, on this plasma that I got back here, the 42-inch plasma, which I do not watch my 4Ks on, by the way. I've gotten several comments from people, you watching your 4Ks on that small? That is not what I watch my 4Ks on. That is my 42-inch plasma that I got back in 2006. But the DVDs on the plasma, they honestly look pretty good. And I've been kind of impressed with the picture quality on those. So I'm okay with watching some DVDs from time to time. But I got this movie called Singles. And I was surprised this actually had a Blu-ray. And it was like $15, so it's still in print. But this is a Warner Brothers title. And this has a pretty good cast. Bridget Fonda's in this movie. Kira Sedgwick. Matt Dillon's in this film. So I was interested. And I'll check it out at some point. I don't have to have it on Blu-ray. And then I didn't even check if this one had a Blu-ray. I just assumed that it didn't. But I got the movie The Matchmaker. And this one's got Janine Garofalo in it. I can't even say Janine Garofalo. Is that how you say her name? I enjoy her quite a bit. I did buy Truth About Cats and Dogs recently, which she's in as well. And that just had a DVD. So I imagine this is pretty much the same. But I used to think she was pretty funny when I was a kid, and I like, Mystery Men, and I like Romy and Michelle's High School Reunion, and she was in a lot of movies in the 90s. I feel like I'm just discovering more, but The Matchmaker, went ahead and picked this up. Let me know if this one has a Blu-ray. I also got this movie called Awake, and I looked this one up, and I think this one had a Blu-ray as well, but I think it was like $20 or something. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just get it on DVD. It's got Hayden Christensen in it. It's got Jessica Alba, and it's got Terrence Howard. So I don't know what year this came out, but it looked kind of interesting. I think I remember when this came out, and I didn't want to see it then, but now I do. So I went ahead and got this one and added it to the collection. And then I got Starship Troopers 2, and this is the one that I paid $2 for. And I actually thought I thought the Starship Troopers movies did have Blu-rays, but they do not. So I went and picked this one up on DVD, and I will give this a watch at some point because I was having a conversation with somebody at work about Starship Troopers, and we got to talk about the first one. He watched it for the first time and loved it. And then he talked about wanting to watch the sequels, and I said, honestly, I've never seen the sequels because I've heard that they were crap. And there's that new game that came out called Helldivers or something that's like influenced by Starship Troopers. So I feel like the Starship Troopers craze is like in right now. So maybe they will do this one on 4K at some point. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure this was straight to video, and this one does not have Casper Van Dien, but the third one actually does have Casper Van Dien, and I think they did an animated one recently or something. I could be wrong, but Starship Troopers 2, I felt like that was worth going ahead and grab so I can watch it at some point. I'm such a huge fan of Paul Verhoeven's original Starship Troopers. And then I got on DVD The Forgotten. And I looked this one up. I saw this movie in the theaters. I think it came out back in 2004. But I looked this one up, and it did not have a Blu-ray. And I was kind of surprised that it did not have a Blu-ray. And this is from Sony, I believe. So, I went and picked this up. I don't remember this being like the most memorable. Well, I guess it was kind of memorable because I do remember a scene in it. She like gets sucked into the sky or something. I remember that very vividly, but I don't remember too much else about it. I don't really remember what it's about, really. Does she like lose one of her kids or something? I don't know. But I did see it in the theaters, and I was like, you know what? I want this in the collection. So I got it. It's only $1. I mean, the stakes are very low when the DVDs are $1. And then I got this movie with Al Pacino. I got to own all the Al Pacinos in the collection. And this one, I don't believe has a Blu-ray. Maybe it did have a Blu-ray. Maybe it was like in a double pack or something. I can't quite remember, but this is called People I Know. And this one's got Kim Basinger and Tia Leone. I mean, come on now. Al Pacino as well. So it seemed pretty intriguing. So I went ahead and picked up People I Know. Let me know if you know anything about that one. Then I got a Paul Walker movie, The Lazarus Project. And I don't think this one had a Blu-ray either. But I don't know too much about this one. Seems like it has a familiar cast on the back, but this one had a slipcover, guys, and it's a really nice slipcover as well. So I had to get it just for $1. But The Lazarus Project. Let me know about this one if it's any good. It says cheating death is only the beginning. Oh my goodness. And then I got this movie, and this one's got Ashley Judd, Samuel Jackson, and my favorite, Andy Garcia. I recently talked some crap about Andy Garcia not being too good. But he was in a lot of movies in the 90s. I feel like after Godfather 3, his career skyrocketed. But I got the movie Twisted, and I think I remember watching this one before. This one came out back in 2004. I think I've seen this one, but I looked it up, and this one does not have a Blu-ray. So I went ahead and grabbed it. I mean, it's got some notable stars in it. And doesn't this one have Paul Dano in it as well? Isn't he like the psychopath? I'm trying to look and see if I see his name on the back. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Maybe I'm thinking of the movie Taking Lives. Is that another movie? Maybe that one has like Angelina Jolie in it or something. But yeah, Twisted. I got this one. So don't get it twisted. I got Twisted. Not Taking Lives. But all right, we got 2 more to talk about. Let's talk about this one. Down with Love. I got Down with Love. So I did a video recently talking about some Fox movies that I want to see come to 4K, and several people in the comment section, I remember one specifically, Daniel from the Cobweb channel, if you're watching, man, there's your shout out, but he referenced Down with Love, and he said this was a really fun romantic comedy from the early 2000s, I imagine, 2003. It's got Renee Zellweger and it's got Ewan McGregor in it. And this one does not have a Blu-ray, and it's got this nice pink DVD case. How can I pass up a pink DVD case, guys? So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. It's got some cool disc art in it as well. God, I can't talk. What is wrong with me? Disc art. There we go. Got some. Oh, this is directed by Peyton Reed. He did I think he did all 3 of the Ant-Man films. And he's done some other stuff as well. But yeah, Down with Love, definitely got some shout outs and recommendations in the comment section of my Fox video. So I went ahead and picked that one up. And then I got, this is a more classic movie from the 60s. This is The Boston Strangler. And this one's got a really good cast. Tony Curtis, Jamie Lee Curtis's dad. You got Henry Fonda, and you got George Kennedy in this movie. And it's based, of course, upon the Boston Strangler murders. So this one was also 20th Century Fox. So this is one that I don't think will get an upgrade at all. So DVD is probably the best that this one is going to get. So I went ahead and got it so I can check it out. I'm pretty sure they did a movie about the Boston Strangler recently. Okay, let's get into my VHS tapes. Let's talk about, and guys, I know what you're thinking. Ken, why are you collecting VHS? You're never going to watch those. You're just adding crap to your collection. I don't know, guys. I'm just back in on VHS, and that thrifting spot that I went to was loaded with VHS tapes, and they were not expensive. So I don't want to pay $7, $8 because you go to a lot of thrifting spots right now, and these VHS tapes, like half price books, are like $7, $8, $10 for these VHS tapes. But you go to a Goodwill, they're $1. But here, I found several for 50 cents, and I'm like, 50 cents for some of these, I can't pass up. And VHS tapes at this point, guys, it's just an aesthetic thing. I want to get some kind of like VHS shelf at some point. I'll probably put it in the closet storage area over there next to my DVDs and kind of make this kind of retro spot for physical media. So it's just something I want to do. And if it's cheap, I'll get it. I'm not going to go out there and spend 10, 15. They got people selling VHS tapes for like $50 on eBay. I'm not paying that. I'm just whatever I can find that I think is cool and I want to add to my VHS tape collection for very cheap, 50 cents. I'll go ahead and pick it up. But I did get Witness, Harrison Ford film. And yes, I got the 4K from Arrow Video, but like this has the classic poster art on it. And I just thought it was cool. And I really loved this movie. So really cool VHS tape right there, and a great movie, guys. I highly recommend you get that Arrow Video 4K. They just recently put it back out without the box set. I think it's like $30 or $35, but totally worth it. It's a great transfer, and it's got tons of great features, and it's a great movie. I also got, I think all the rest of these, guys, are in the plastic. So all these are sealed VHS tapes, never opened, for 50 cents. And I got Mission Impossible 2 right here, guys. And they wrote all over it. But again, that's on the plastic. That's not on the actual case. But Mission Impossible 2, I really love this movie. I haven't watched it in quite some time. I did get the 4K last year when it came out. But I had to get this. I mean, I saw Mission Impossible 2 on the shelf. And I was just like, why not? I'm just going to get Mission Impossible 2 on VHS. Great soundtrack. I mean, you got Limp Bizkit, you got the Butthole Surfers, and several people. Those are the only 2 I can remember off the top of my head. But yeah, I it's cheesy as hell. It's the cheesiest Mission Impossible movie, but I've always loved Mission Impossible 2. So I went and got that one. And next one up, guys, I got Lethal Weapon 4. Now this is still sealed as well. And admittedly, this is my least favorite of the Lethal Weapon franchise, but I still think it's pretty good. And I thought this cover was freaking awesome. And I mean, it's Lethal Weapon 4. And I think it would be cool to have like an action section in my VHS collection. So I might be trying to build up my action VHS collection right here. And this is a really fun one. This is a really fun one. Jet Li's a really good villain in it. But Lethal Weapon 4, and it's got special features on the VHS tape, so I thought that was cool. These VHS tapes, guys, they're like time capsules. You can be transported back in time watching these things. And then I got Final Destination. So I would like to beef up my horror VHS collection. I've got quite a good one right now, but there wasn't a lot of horror in that spot that I went to. Like, there was a ton of dramas and classic films and action films and kids movies, but there wasn't a lot of horror VHS. But I did find Final Destination, and I do like this movie quite a bit. And it still has the plastic on it. It's even got a sticker on the front from Warner Brothers, free video by mail. So you can get a free video. I wonder if that still stands. But Final Destination, really fun movie from the early 2000s, horror movie. And last one up, guys, I got Air Force One. So I do love Air Force One. And I was thinking to myself when I was in the store, do I have this already on VHS? I may just have this already, but I wasn't sure. And it was still sealed. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just getting it. It's only 50 cents. And if I do have it, then I'll just replace it. Maybe take my old one to the Goodwill or something. But Air Force One, I couldn't pass up. This is probably top 5 action films of the 90s for me. I love this movie. So, but there you have it, guys. That is my Peddlers Mall thrifting video. I hope you enjoyed it. I like making stuff like this, content like this, videos like this. It's fun for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, comment down below if you want to comment on anything that I picked up today. Let me know how the movie is, whether or not it has a Blu-ray or not, and I just kind of overlooked it. Let me know in that comment section below. Turn on those bell notifications for all future videos, and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.